Hi everybody, I'm Carla Nelson and I am in a beautiful location as you can see, and I'm just really feeling happy this afternoon. It's just a beautiful day and I feel very blessed to be doing these videos. I want to thank again everybody who is watching them and particularly thank my subscribers. Today I'm going to talk about emotions and discarding negative emotions. This will be the second of 5 in my new series, Declutter Your Life. And I think that decluttering our lives is something that we all need to do periodically. I know I'm in that place right now where I'm actually letting go of a lot of things, mentally, emotionally, things in my home, lots of things. I'm also in the process of a lot of change. And I mentioned in my last video that when we're in the process of change, it can be very difficult and it can bring up negative thoughts, and how we're all much happier when we're able to avoid the negative thoughts, which of course none of us can do all the time, but to make it a practice to throw them out as often as possible. One of the reasons for that is because our negative thoughts really can trigger negative emotions. And I'm going to share with you something that's pretty personal right now. Growing up, and I'm not sure how this happened, I developed a story, if you will, that if I make major decisions, they will most probably be a mistake. And I have held that belief to today. At 73, I seem to still have a lot of stress when I am in the process of making major decisions, and I'm in that process right now. So I want to talk about our stories and our thoughts. My thought, so I am making these major changes, and then that triggers, oh, this is probably going to be a mistake. Oh, there are probably going to be negative consequences, Carla, for you doing this. Oh, okay, and it goes on and on. That then triggers the emotion that I can't make I can't make right decisions. Therefore, I feel very inadequate. It makes me feel inadequate. It makes me feel frightened that I've made a mistake, and it stops my joy. It really stops my joy, because instead of focusing on the positive things that I really think are going to happen from some of these changes that I'm making, I get caught in the negative emotions of doubt, self-doubt, and of fear. And so that's just one example of how negative emotions really bring us down. Another one that I think is very common and has been an issue for me is being confused about the actual emotion that I'm having. For example, I am unusual in as much as when I really am hurt, I tend to come across as angry. Now, this is more typical for men, because we teach men in our society that we teach them not to cry, so that actually studies have shown that by age 8, most little boys, the only emotion they can actually express, believe it or not, is anger. And so I have male clients come to me and they're angry. They're telling me how angry they are, and it doesn't take long to realize that actually the emotions they're feeling are hurt. It's hurt. They feel very hurt. They feel very sad. And once they can, connect with those emotions, then healing can progress. With women, it's the opposite. I have worked with women that it has taken 6 months before they're able to recognize that they're very angry. So I will hear things like, I'm not angry, I'm just hurt. Or I'm not angry, I'm just really sad. When in reality, they're really angry. And being unable to connect with that anger keeps them staying right in place, because sometimes our anger is a very good thing and it helps us to make the changes we need to. None of these emotions are really pleasant, but we all go through them. We all have them. So what do we do about that? What do we do about that? In my case, I want to go to the emotion of anger, which comes much more naturally to me, as I said, than the feelings of deep hurt deep sadness. I have learned to recognize that that's my pattern. And what I do with that is when I start to feel angry, I go deeper. I start to question myself. Is this really hiding this anger, these angry feelings? Are they hiding feelings of real sadness, or the fact that I feel very hurt or very betrayed or whatever? Doing that then helps me to, to identify the emotion that needs to be addressed. And in doing that, then I'm able to discard those emotions, which puts me back into a place of much greater happiness. I will talk more about this in my next video, but I just wanted to share with you that our negative thoughts really do trigger our negative emotions, because they trigger stories that we have. Like my story that if I make a major decision, it's probably a mistake. I'm letting that story go. I'm discarding the emotions of doubt about this particular change that I'm making. And when I talk to you next time, I hope I'm farther along the path on doing that than I am right this minute. Thank you so much for being with me today. And think about maybe a story you have about yourself that maybe isn't true. Because you know what? I've made a lot of decisions, and very few of them have been the wrong decisions. And I need to remember that. Thank you so much.